So what were you thinking about when Mr. Kahn introduced the lesson today?
Well, probably because he usually, what's weird about his class is the whole general thing is about civil law, but he changes it so many times. Like one time it'll be like we're going to be talking about contracts, and then he starts talking about, this is true, communism and Marxist theory. So sometimes it gets very weird like that. So when he said free speech yesterday, he made us read something for homework, so I knew it was going to be about free speech. When he started it off talking about the amendment thing about the Bill of Rights, I was wondering how he was going to segue in, but sort of knew that.
Okay. And why do you think he wanted you to learn about this today?
Because it's weird because we have this thing with Macy's coming up, and he's been talking a lot about contracts and stuff. And we've been doing like every week we have someone from Macy's coming in, and we'll do something like employment law, or we'll do something about contracts, and then we have these presentations. So the whole week had been about contracts and stuff, and today was really, I guess, a jump in another direction. So that's what it took me.
Sure. What were like maybe 2 key points that stood out to you from the lesson today?
Well, I like the point about, like, everyone knows how you have to protect unpopular speech. When he said speech that you really hate, I thought that was interesting. Because no one has worded it like that, and I thought that was actually a pretty good wording.
Why do you think that?
Well, because it's a very direct wording. It's not like, what are these passive things, like unpopular. It's a direct, strong language, and that's nice to hear sometimes.
Sure. And what about another key point that
Another key point about the lesson? Trying to think. What did we learn today? The arm thing, yeah, I guess the arm thing was, he has a lot of those emotions. And when he stood Dina up, that was something that stood up. When he does a lot of the student, he involves the students, which can be interesting, you know, when it kept like that. And I thought that was interesting about the box and stuff, how it's not free. Found that interesting.
Okay. When we're talking about the swinging the arm, when he said, my right to swing my arm stops at your nose, why do you think he created that particular example?
My arm, I guess because it's a pretty easy example to show in the classroom. He's probably done that for years already, so he has a good thing going. He gets a few laughs. But I think because it's an easy thing to show, a very easy concept to explain. You know, it's not abstract in a way.
What about the reasons for and against the free speech that you picked up from the lesson today?
The reasons for or against? Oh, you mean like the clear and present danger? Yeah, that's stuff because I'm in the law major, so it's stuff I've known already. But I thought it was interesting the way how I know the way that he said about how something more general can be more, I guess, lead to more bad actions and can be more dangerous than stuff that's stuff like more direct, like the president thing.
Okay, okay. Does what you were doing today make you think about things you've studied so far? And like what kind of connections can you make with that?
Like things that I don't really think so. Because this is another one of it's like he started a new topic, even though for some reason we're going to Macy's on Monday. So I don't really know. If this leads into something about like employment law or something, I don't know, but I feel like this is a red herring, as the old expression goes in this lesson, because I don't see it. It doesn't really go. It's a non sequitur.
Sure. Okay. What was the hardest part of the activity for you today?
Taking out the notebook and writing down. There wasn't really that hard stuff. You know, it's just listening, laughing.
Okay. What could have helped you?
What could have helped? Like, understand the first. Well, he talks about Schenck, and he sort of brings it up. But he might have maybe explained it a little, maybe gone into a little detail about it. A general overview, I know we're going to read it tonight. But he couldn't have just given it to us and just said a little thing about it.
Okay.
Or make us read, or tell us about it, and then make us read the scenario, instead of just giving us the scenario.
Okay, okay. Is there anything that you didn't understand about today's lesson?
No, pretty stuff, you know, everyone knows this since like the first grade about the First Amendment.
Okay. And then what do you hope to learn tomorrow?
What do I hope to learn tomorrow? How this ties into everything. I hope to learn, well, we're doing the Supreme Court thing, so I always find it interesting to see how people go and what they think about stuff, because I know what I think, you know. It doesn't change really unless I see something, but it's always nice to see what other people think, so I want to see how other people react to this sort of stuff.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Oh, that was good. That was quick.